Yo, what's up guys, Yannick here, and welcome to today's video. Now, what have we got today? We've got a little debate. I love a good debate. Definitely get involved in the comments down below whether you agree, disagree, or you would change anyone, or what your opinion is. Today we are going to be talking about Euro 2016. Obviously, it's a couple of months away. Obviously England will be going, and a decent win the other night against Germany, and we actually play Holland tonight as well. I think it's Holland. I'm pretty sure it is Holland. So hopefully pick up another win there. For me personally, in my opinion, I think England have got the best chance of winning a major tournament this summer, because if Roy Hodgson can get the balance in his team and squad right, I think we can outrun any team, because like the youngsters that we've got coming through and the energy in some of the players that could potentially, be playing is just unbelievable. So I'm going to run through my 23-man squad, and like I said in the comments, let me know if you agree, disagree, you change anyone, or even name your 23-man squad down there as well. Or even tweet me. Twitter link will be in the description, same as my YouTube name. But for the three goalkeepers, we've got Joe Hart. I think is obviously a definite. I don't think his injury is like proper serious, so I think he will be a definite, and he probably will be the #1 keeper. Fraser Forster went a certain amount of time in the Premier League without conceding a goal for Southampton. I know he's been injured though for quite a lot of it, so either way, Joe Hart will still probably be #1, like for me anyway. And Tom Heaton from Burnley got a late call up to the squad the other day, because now unfortunately Jack Butland's been injured, so he won't be going to the Euros, which is a big shame because he's really had a great season at Stoke. So yeah, really shame for Jack Butland. Hope he does get fit soon. So that's our three keepers: Joe Hart, Fraser Forster, and Tom Heaton. Three good keepers. But obviously, like I said, Joe Hart will definitely be #1 if he is fit. Moving on to the defenders. Now, it is a tough choice, the defenders. I'd like to see him take two fullbacks, on each side, two left backs, two right backs, because obviously if one gets injured, you don't really want to be moving a centre back out, to one of the sides, sort of thing. So for defenders, I've gone for Nathaniel Klein, who for me will again be the first choice right back. At centre back, we've gone with Smalling, Cahill, and John Stones. So we've only got 3 centre backs in there, but you'll find out why in a minute. And then left backs, I've got Danny Rose and Leighton Baines. So we've got 2 left backs. Do only have 1 right back, but Smalling and Stones have both played right back. For Man United and Everton. Stones has played there a bit this season, actually, I think. So Smalling not so much, but I mean, Nathaniel Klein is a great right back. I'd like to see him, getting up and down those wings, or that wing, right hand side. Smalling and Cahill would probably be the first choice centre backs in my opinion, because I mean, Smalling's got to be for me, because like he's had a great season. You can't say that he hasn't. And then Gary Cahill is Gary Cahill. I mean, I think he's vice captain. He's going to be captain or vice captain, whatever. So he's him and Smalling need to be the 2 centre backs. And then left back, I mean, Danny Rose I think has had a great season, so he deserves to go. But Leighton Baines obviously has the experience, so it's one of them. It was like the same in the World Cup a couple of years back. Leighton Baines had the experience. Luke Shaw was a lot younger, needed the experience. But I mean, if Luke Shaw was fit, I don't think Danny Rose would have a look in personally, because Luke Shaw started off the season so well, and I think he would have carried on that form and would definitely have made it onto this squad. So the defence is Klein, Smalling, Cahill, Stones, Rose and Baines. Out of those 5, 7, 6, however many there are, Baines, Klein, Smalling and Cahill for me would be the starting back 4. And yeah, I think, it's a quick back line. Obviously, Smalling's got pace. 2 fullbacks have got pace. Obviously, John Stones as well has got good pace if he was to play. But people like Stones and stuff need to start going to these tournaments because, he's early 20s now, I believe. So he's going to be a future England centre back. So he needs to start going to these tournaments. Midfield then. This is where some of the controversy might come in. I've got Eric Dyer. I've sort of got him like 50-50 in defence and midfield. But he, for me, needs to go and he needs to start in the team. Like 100%. He'd be one of the first people I put down on that team sheet. Because he sits just in front of that back four. If the fullbacks bomb on forward, he will drop into centre-back. And we will not then be outnumbered at the back. So for me, he definitely needs to go because there's no one else in this team that can do that job as good as he does, in my opinion, because I think he is actually a natural centre-back, but then obviously he's been playing midfield this season for Tottenham, a very good season, and he's a threat from set pieces, as we've seen against Germany, he scored the winner. So for me, he is one of the first people on that team sheet, and yeah, he's got to go. And then the other midfielders, we got Milner, Henderson, Mark Noble, Dele Alli, Drinkwater, Walcott, Lallana, Carrick and Barkley. Milner, I think he's vice-captain. I don't think Cahill was. I don't know what I was on about. But I think Milner's vice-captain. He's going to be captain tonight against Holland. Energetic midfielder. I've never really rated Milner as an actual footballer, but like his work rate is, I rate his work rate. For me, I'd probably start him. I'll tell you my lineup right at the end, but yeah, I'd probably throw him straight in there, to be honest, because he could probably play anywhere. Except for centre back, I think he's played every other position, and obviously striker. But he plays on the wing for Liverpool. He plays in the middle. He plays left back. He could easily play right back. So yeah, I think he's definitely got to go. Versatile player. Henderson again. I'm 50-50 with Henderson. There's no one else that I would take instead of him, probably, but I'm not his biggest fan. But, again, he's quite a lot of energy in there, he'll run around the pitch, chase the ball, win the ball back, and he's a good leader for Liverpool as well, so, again, having quite a few captains in there makes a bit of a difference, I find, because obviously you have more leaders on the pitch. Everybody should be acting as a captain, though, anyway, all 11 players, not just the person with the armband on. Now, Mark Noble, for me, wears his heart on his sleeve every game for West Ham. Again, another captain. But yeah, he's had a great season. West Ham have had a great season. For me, he has had a great season as well. And I think he deserves to go because his stats are actually, I think, when you compared them to Danny Drinkwater, who is in the squad, I don't think their stats were that much different. So if Drinkwater goes, why shouldn't Mark Noble go? It's that sort of debate that causes the arguments, really. But I've put Mark Noble in there because I personally would take him because I just would because he wears his heart on his goddamn sleeve. Dele Alli, baller, #baller, needs to go, get on that plane. What a season this young kid has had. That little mug off of Emre Can the other night was just beautiful. But yeah, I would actually start Dele Alli in the team because he would be a ball carrier. He'd take that ball forward, get us up the pitch. Can play in a number of positions as well. Can play deep, can play high, probably out on the wing as well, but I wouldn't really want to see him out there. But yeah, he'd be a ball carrier for us for sure. So yeah, I'd definitely take him and probably start him. Drinkwater, again, Leicester, great season. I really do hope they win the league, because I know Man United ain't going to win it, so go on to Leicester. And yeah, again, Drinkwater would play in that sort of holding role. Distributes the ball well forward, doesn't really waste it, which I like. So he'd be a good possession sort of player. Walcott, obviously would be a right-sided winger. That would be it. He wouldn't play anywhere out. He could play up front, but we won't need him up front. He's got the pace to fry in any left-back he comes up against. So, you know, like Drinkwater, Noble, Henderson, Milner, ball over the top, and Walcott will be in on goal. Hopefully he will pull it back and someone will score, because I don't think his shooting is that good, even though he does score a fair few for Arsenal. But yeah, I'd rather see him get the assist than the goal. Now, Lallana, Roy Hodgson seems to really like Lallana. Personally, since he's left Southampton, I don't think he's done that much. But, I mean, he's got 2 great feet. Like, he's one of the only players, like, Cazorla's very good as well, but, like, he's one of the only players that constantly dribbles with both feet. Like, I've seen him play live quite a few times, actually, Lallana. He is unbelievable. Like, both feet, he is very good. But, yeah, I mean, Roy Hodgson seems to really like him, so I think he will definitely make the plane, or the squad. Again, can play just behind the striker or out wide. He'll be more of an offensive player rather than a defensive player. So yeah, I mean, both feet, so can play either side. Michael Carrick would be the next person that I take, more because I generally don't think he'd play that much, but I would take him more for the experience, because, I mean, he is 34 now, I believe. So he's not going to get to go to another, you know, especially a World Cup, at least, in 2 years' time. But I would probably take him. He's had his injury problems this season, but I generally couldn't think of anyone else to put in to the midfield. So I think, you know, Carrick, again, you know what qualities Carrick's got. He can ping it, he can play it short, keep it. He can also fill in at centre-back, but, I mean, obviously that's what Dyer's in the squad for, to play there as well. But no, I would take Carrick just because of his experience and the fact that he's probably not going to play in another big tournament ever again. So it would be his last one. The last midfielder I would take would be Ross Barkley. Again, can play on the left, playing behind. He is a very strong, powerful player, which is what we need. Defenders will not want to tackle him. No one will want to tackle him. If he goes at full speed, running at them, no one will want to tackle him. He's got a great shot on him as well. So that wraps up the midfield. Dyer, Milner, Henderson, Noble, Ali, Barkley, Drinkwater, Carrick, Lallana and Walcott. On to the strikers. So, Danny Welbeck would be my first choice. Well, not my first choice, but he's the first one. Very pacey player, direct player, strong, powerful. Can play down the middle or on the wings, so versatile striker. Not the best footballing ability, but again, work rate, wears his heart on his sleeve, chases everything. Second striker, Jamie Vardy. We're going to all have a party. Energetic, play straight down the middle. The only striker out of the 4, or anyone in that team, that could be a proper outlet for us, you know. If we're chasing a game, pump balls forward, he will chase them. 9 out of 10, he will probably get there as well. And he, you know, great season again. What's he got? 20 plus goals in the league, 19, 20 plus. Harry Kane, again, 20 plus goals in the league. Not the quickest, but again, work rate. So far out of the 3, out of the 4, they're all work rate based, you know. And 2 of them are top of the goal scoring charts in the toughest league in the world. So those 3 have definitely got to go. And then this is where all the bites could come. Rooney. Now, not started the season greatly, but this year, just 2016 on its own, in the first 3 months, he has actually scored a fair few goals. But he is also England captain. So, either way, he has to, for me, he has to go. Yes, he's not a world-class player anymore. I even know that myself. I do support Man United, but I do know he's not the player he used to be. But he will still go out there and perform. Like, he will still wear his heart on his sleeve. He will still chase down balls in the opposition half, and he will score goals. But will he start? For me, looking at the squad, I don't know, but he definitely needs to go. Like, he has to be there, as part of the squad. The thing is with Rooney as well, similar to James Milner, there's not that many players in this squad that can, but Rooney could probably play anywhere of those 11 positions and do better than the natural position in that natural person in that position. Like, he could probably play centre mid. He'd probably do a better job than most in there. He could play on the wing, probably do a better job than most. Play striker, do a better job than most, Anywhere, literally anywhere. Probably centre back, He's that kind of player that will perform 110% in whatever position he plays. But yeah, I think this video has probably gone on quite a long time, because when I do these sort of ones, I do blab on. But just to go through my squad again: Joe Hart, Forster, Heaton, Klein, Smalling, Cahill, Stones, Rose, Baines, Dyer, Milner, Henderson, Noble, Ali, Drinkwater, Walcott, Lallana, Carrick, Barkley, Welbeck, Vardy, Kane, Rooney. So that's my 23-man squad. Let me know down below what your 23-man squad would be, or if you would change anyone in mine. And yeah, I genuinely think England have got the best chance. With this kind of squad, it's so energetic, quite young as well, looking at it. I think Carrick, Milner, Rooney, they're the only ones that are over 30, I think. How old's Gary Cahill? I don't know. And Leighton Baines, but it is quite a young, energetic squad. But yeah, I mean, yeah, let me know down below. Leave a like if you have enjoyed, subscribe, and I will see you in a bit.